Do you think that with writing so much historical fiction, that people are more aware of their own current society whenever they read historical fiction, or do they look at it more as fiction and focus on just the storyline and kind of gloss over in their heads how they might be able to relate this to society now?
It's an interesting question. I think some actually see it as a lesson. And I know I get comments and emails from people who do.
Mm-hmm.
I think others see it as entertainment.
Yeah.
But, as your primary goal is entertainment, then you've achieved that primary goal.
Yeah.
The secondary goal you don't achieve as often, but if you
Mhm.
achieve it some, it works.
Yeah.
I used to write a lot of magazine pieces. I remember a magazine piece I wrote on a basketball player from Kansas State University, point guard. She inspired me. I find my heroes all around me. The way that she played the game of basketball just inspired me. At the time, I didn't even know who she was. I knew her number, I knew her name, but I didn't know about her. Anyway, when I wrote this article, I thought about this article inspiring some people. I really did. It was about a point guard for Kansas State University named Shaylee Linning. And I didn't realize, though, the impact it would have for one individual in Great Britain
Mm-hmm.
who had read it online somewhere. And
Yeah.
she emailed me. And this woman was fighting cancer. And she didn't know anything about basketball. Didn't know what Kansas State was. Didn't understand why college basketball was so important to so many people in the United States.
Yeah.
But there were some things I spotlighted about that I saw in Shaylee Linning
Mm-hmm.
and her attitude and her outlook and her vision that this woman took to heart, because she told me she was thinking about committing suicide, and she read the story about Shaylee and decided life was worth living.
Oh, that's so great.
And so what it amounts to is, when you write, I don't think you understand, when you're telling a story, the potential of that story. There is a book a novel I did called Faraday Road.
Yeah.
And Faraday Road has a character in it that is Amerasian.
Mm-hmm.
And this character who gets murdered in this, and yet the book fleshes out the kind of person she was.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a lady that emailed me and she said, I try every day to be as good as she was. This is a fictional character.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, it's got the potential, you find out, to be real to someone and therefore inspire the way they think, or maybe more importantly, give them some hope.
Yeah.
When they are hopeless.
Yeah.
And so what you do, and you hope, when you write novels or when you spotlight an individual, is that the impact will be such that it will take somebody who is struggling and become a crutch for them to pick themselves up and go forward.
Yeah.
I go back to the story I did on Shaylee Linning and the lady decided not to commit suicide.
Uh-huh.
That wasn't me who did that.
Yeah.
I was the writer who provided the vessel that carried that story.
Yeah.
But it was the individual I watched who inspired me who did it.
Yep.
It was this little brunette point guard
Yeah.
that did that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think your goal as a writer is to take those people you meet in life
Mm-hmm.
who inspire you and take those qualities, and if you're writing a novel, inject some of those lessons you have learned from that person
Yeah.
into your work.